In your health news, good mental health is vital to our overall well-being, yet 1 in 8 people globally are living with mental health conditions which can impact their physical health, their well-being, how they connect with others, and their livelihoods. So on this World Mental Health Day, we're joined by Michelle Smith, a certified life coach. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Clea.
Glad to have you here. All right, let's get started. This is a big deal today. This year's theme is mental health is a universal human right. What does that mean to you, and how are you seeing this affecting, areas in particular?
It's not only a right, it's a responsibility, especially for those that can do for ourselves. The first tip that I give is to always have a counselor, licensed counselor, or a therapist on hand. Coaching is great, but it moves you forward, and healing happens when you get a therapist involved.
I always say, if we work out and take care of our bodies, we might as well take care of our minds too, as well, right?
Absolutely, and it's not as cliche or, taboo as some people might think. One thing that we need to think about, though, is people are feeling very isolated these days. Since the pandemic, 67%, according to research, feel lonely. They feel isolated. And that's one thing that can lead you right to depression.
It really can. For those dealing with maybe feeling overwhelmed, like you said, feeling isolated, dealing with some anxiety, or maybe just feeling overworked, you suggest using positive emotions. What is that? Explain that.
Yes, it sounds like just get happy, but it's not that simple.
I know it's not.
We have to be intentional about it. And there are, according to positive psychology, 10 positive emotions that we can tap into intentionally that will change a bad mood into a good one. And with triple-digit temperatures over the summer, a lot of us didn't even get out.
Oh, you're right.
And now we're going into fall. And, people tend to get a little bit depressed when the cooler temperatures come and the sun doesn't come out as much. So we need to tap into these emotions.
So how do we tap into these positive emotions to boost our mood and, I guess, feel happy, at least try to?
Absolutely. We have to find those things that trigger our positivity, okay? So when you're feeling in a mood, you need to find what those things are. I call them peace builders, and they allow you to tap into the 10 positive emotions. The strongest of the positive emotions is love. Go figure.
Ooh.
Right? So one of my triggers or peace builders is family. Family gives me joy. It also gives me peace, and it also gives me love. There's 3. According to neuroscience, you need at least 3 at the same time to undo a negative mood.
So your big one is family. What are, I guess, 2 other popular ones?
Yes, nature. That's a good one.
That's my mom's,
People like
for sure.
to get on the trails. Nature is great. Nature gives you a sense of awe. That's one of the positive emotions. It gives you inspiration. That's another one. And it can give you gratitude. Ooh. Just looking around and seeing what creation has to give back to us.
I love that. Family, nature, and love.
Yes, and you can have your own. Those are mine.
You're absolutely right. How can we celebrate World Mental Health Day?
One of the best ways to do it is to take some time and do some self-care. If you haven't tapped into a life coach, if you haven't tapped into a therapist, today's a great day to do it, because it's a great day to put your mind at the center of your journey instead of physical. And spiritual's important and social's important, but sometimes we forget about our brain.
You're absolutely right. And I think it's awesome that we've seen so many celebrities, so many leaders really come to the forefront and talk about mental health as
absolutely.
well. Michelle, how can people reach out to you and get more information?
Yes, absolutely. Go to lmichellesmith.com/yes, please.
All right. Oh, I like that. Yes, please. Thank you so much for joining us here on Midday.
Thanks for having me, Clea.
All right.